Hello and welcome. It is the second video to the channel. Thanks for joining me. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed on the previous video. I know it was short. I was very nervous. I'm still nervous. But I think that pushing myself to release a video every 2 weeks, or hopefully I want to get down to every week, I believe that doing that is a good way of pushing myself forward. We can get very lethargic with what we're doing in life, and I feel like if there's not something giving us that little push forward, sometimes you're just very happy with where you are. Physically, mentally, financially, I'm not. I want to get to better spaces. I want to get to better areas. I want to be better in every regard. So the journey from 39 to 40, I am 39 now, I will be 40 next year in May. The journey from now to then is, I'm hoping, going to be a good one, and I'm hoping you'll all follow me. I know this is kind of all over the place, but I guess that's the point. It's not meant to be fully structured. Hopefully at some point down the line I get there. The whole point is that I just want to put out a video to let people know that it's okay to start your journey at any age. It's okay to start your journey at any shape or size. It's okay to start your journey in any financial position. We can all get better, and I think that's the whole point. I think that's what everyone wants to do, is just get better. So the first video I released was 2 weeks ago from the time that you'd be watching this. At that point there, I was just beginning everything that I've been doing mentally, physically, financially. I'm not going to put figures up just yet. I want to wait a little bit. I want to figure out the best way of doing that. Needless to say though, I am using an app on iPhone. I use an iPhone. I'm using an app on my iPhone called MyFitnessPal, which is letting me count my calories and track all of that, track what I eat, which is fantastic. I've used it in the past and it has helped me lose weight. Unfortunately, if I stop, I put that all back on. The whole point is I'm using that app and have been using that app now for a few weeks, and it has helped me, as at the time of recording, drop a total of 3 kilos in 2 weeks. I don't know if that's healthy. It is good for me as someone that's over 100 kilos. It's good for me. I'm not physically tired. I'm not mentally drained. Financially, I'm much better off because I'm eating less, but what I am eating is better than what I was eating before. I mean, my wife and I could buy a block of chocolate and I would have 4 squares, 5 squares. Hell, I'd have half the chocolate packet in the space of like a day or two, and then I would complain that I was still hungry. The whole idea now is that I'm doing fasting. I'm eating from probably about 10 a.m. in the morning all the way up until 6 o'clock at night, which I've heard from people online. I've heard from doctors and stuff like that, that it's actually a good way because it just kickstarts your body when it needs to. It does a whole lot of things. I'm not a technical person. It works for me and it helps my body lose weight. On top of that, as I said before, I am calorie counting. And the calorie counting is fantastic for me. I'm hovering around 2,000 calories per day, which some would say is low for someone of my body size. But it seems to be working quite well. And I reckon it's fine. I'm not hungry, if that makes any sense. I still manage to have chocolate every night. I have a lot of protein. I've been really smashing down chicken and tuna, which is great. I'm having, corns and apple, bananas, brown rice when appropriate. I'm having a lot of meals. I'm trying to shake it up a little bit, but I'm also trying to meal prep, meal plan. I'm trying to do all those types of things because doing that has proven to save money, because I know what I need to buy. I know what I'm eating coming up in the next couple of days, and it's actually quite good. So that's a little bit of the finances, a little bit of the health. I've also been walking every single day. I try and do maybe about, I'll have to check my phone, which I don't want to do at the moment because I'm actually using it as a light source down there. And if I put my hand there, you'll instantly see how dark it goes. So I'm actually using my phone as a light source. But roughly what I'm doing is maybe about 3 to 3.5 kilometers per day when I wake up in the morning. Allow me to explain. I get up at about 5 a.m, get to work soon after, have a coffee, and then I start doing laps around the block where I work, which is, you know, some people might say, oh, why don't you sleep in? Why don't you get more rest? You don't start for an hour or so. I'm the type of person, I get up early all the time. I could have 4 hours of sleep and I'm awake in the morning and it's like that. I am just wide awake. So the earlier I get up and the earlier I get to work, I can just do laps around the block, so I actually use it as exercise. Some people get up and go to the gym early. I get up, I go to work. I don't actually start work, but I go for laps around the block. And I do about 3.5 kilometers, which is really good, especially this time of year in Australia right now. It's winter. So at that time of morning, it's like 6, maybe 5 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. I'll put a little thing up at some point. But it's cold, it's early, and I just put my headphones on and I just go for a walk. I don't pay attention to anything around me. I just set it on my Apple Watch and I just go. And it's fantastic. And I do 3.5 kilometers at that point. And then I probably do about 16,000 steps per day in my job, which is also great because it keeps me physically moving. I'm constantly moving at work, which is really good. That's the physical side of things. Something else I do at work is when I finish a lap, my first lap, I actually go into one of the buildings at our work and I start doing squats. I'm not a professional. I don't lift weights. I don't do anything like that. I just do squats. I started off doing 10 per day, soon went up to 12 per day, 15 per day, 20 eventually. Currently I'm at 30 squats per day. My thighs are burning when I'm done, but it feels good. I do that after the first lap and then I continue walking and do another 2.5 laps after that. So in total, sorry, not 2.5 laps, 2.5 kilometers after that. So in total, I'm doing 3.5 kilometers, sometimes a little bit more. And it's great. It's actually really good. It gets your body going in the morning, even though it's really early, even though it's really cold. It just gets your body going in the morning, and the rest of the day just kind of moves on past. You don't really think about it too much, and it's really good. It's a really good time for me to get my exercise done. Like I said, I get up really early. What else am I going to do? I can go back to bed, but I'll just lay there and stare at the ceiling, or I can get up, I can go to work, and I can just start doing some exercising, and it works. Something else worth noting is I have no upper body strength at all. I have no muscles. It's just fat, and what are you going to do? I've never been able to do a push-up in my life, and someone suggested to me, well, why don't you do it on your knees and just do the push-ups like that, just push down, but with your knees. And I'm like, oh, I don't really want to do that. So what I've actually been starting just recently is at work again. After I do that first lap, which kind of works out to be about 1 kilometer, and I do the 30 squats, I actually get a chair and push it up against the wall. I place my hands on the chair and I just start doing push-ups. And surprisingly, it actually works. My upper body is like right here at the joint, I guess the pecs. I don't have any, but right there. The pain is great because you feel like you're actually stretching. You feel like you're working the muscles there, and it feels really good. It's just something small that I'm adding. Eventually, at some point, I would like to go back to the gym, but I think that's down the line. Something else worth noting is my wife and I, we live in a unit, in a townhouse. And my wife, years ago, when we moved into the house, maybe, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago, she actually tripped at the bottom few steps and broke both her ankles. And ever since then, walking up and down the stairs for my wife has been horrible. She's in constant pain when that happens. It's just the cold weather doesn't help, but walking up and down stairs for my wife is horrible. So we're actually in the process of selling the house that we live in now, the unit townhouse now, and we're actually looking for another place, and hopefully we find something in the next 3 months, because we've got to be out in 3 months, which is horrible. And that's why everything around me is just bare, because we're in the process of breaking things down and boxing them up and taking them to my parents, which don't live too far away. The whole reason I'm telling this is because that's another factor financially that I've got to start saving for. Interest rates are going up through the roof. Inflation's through the roof. To buy, I remember seeing a news article just the other day where a woman saw 2 packets of chips at Woolworths, which is our local grocery, at Woolworths, and it was like $11 for 2 packets of chips, which like just blows me away. And lo and behold, when I went to Woolworths like a week later, there they were, $11. And don't get me wrong, they were bigger sizes, but I remember back in the day they used to cost like $2.90 or something for a single pack. You can get 2 of them for $6. Now it's $11 on special, and it blew me away. And just the prices of everything is going up and up and up and up and up. And I guess that's the world we live in. I just wish our pays were going up that quick. So you can't change those things. So financially and physically, that's how it is. Mentally, it's been a journey. In just 2 weeks since I actually uploaded the previous video, it was about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks since I recorded the video, and it's been about 5 weeks since I started thinking about doing something. In that period of time, my mental health has gone up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, back up. And that's because I'm seeing results. I'm stepping on the scales, I'm seeing results. I look at the bank account, I see results, and it's working. Mentally, I'm feeling better. I had a bad day a couple of days ago where I heard something at work, and it kind of sets me off, because it's like, why? Why are people like this? But a couple of deep breaths, spoke with my wife about it. We actually had a bit of a laugh about it. Went back into work, had a meeting, everything went fine. I felt a lot better, got things off my chest as I needed to, and it was fine. And mentally, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Every day when I go for a walk, I'm deep breaths, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. I'm starting to just feel better. And I think it all, like I said, comes into those 3 things of financial, physical, mental health. All 3 of those factors, when they combine, you just feel a lot better. And I guess that's the whole point of the video, is just winging it. It sounds stupid. None of what I've said right now is scripted. I'm trying to look directly at the camera as much as possible and avoiding right in that corner over there where the camera lens is. But the whole point is, you have to wing it. Nothing is going to work out for you perfectly, but you just got to do your best. And I guess that's what I've been doing lately, is trying to get all 3 of those things working for me. There's no set plan for me, apart from meal planning, but there's no set plan. I'm just winging it as I go. I'm trying new things. I'm trying to eat better, and sometimes I fail, but I'm trying to eat better, and I am. I'm trying to work out more, and I am. I'm trying to do a push-up, not by the normal standards, but I'm getting there, and I'm doing more squats. and I'm strengthening up my legs, which in turn is helping my back, and physically I'm feeling a lot better. Mentally I'm feeling a lot better, and as I said, financially things are going better too. So I guess the whole thing is just keep trying. Let me know if there's anything that you're doing that's helping you mentally, physically, financially. And I guess I'll see you in about 2 weeks. I want to try and put out some YouTube shorts. I'm kind of new to it. I watch TikTok. I'm on YouTube hours on end per day. I've always got a headphone in while I'm at work, listening to YouTube videos and stuff. I'm a YouTube premium member, so I've got the ability to download them to my phone, which lets me listen to them offline, which is what I do. And sometimes you listen to, you know, some motivational speeches, and they are great. They are great, but those are the people that have made it. And those are the people that are successful. For every one Arnold Schwarzenegger that puts out a fantastic motivational speech, there's a million others that have tried to do that same path and just like they give up. And I'm not comparing myself to anybody else. What I am saying is that I'm not trying to motivate anyone to change their life completely, but one small step, I hope. And that's the whole point. We just want to take those little small steps as you go to just get the little things going again. That's the whole thing. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Leave a thumbs down if you didn't like it. That's fine. At least I know you watched the video at least. Leave a thumbs up if you did like it. And feel free to share it. Feel free to watch it over and over again so I get to thousands upon thousands of views. And subscribe if you do like it. If not, that's fine. Just leave me a comment. It's always good. Well, anyway, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to edit this video now and try and have it up around the same time. But just remember, I've got that countdown going, and hopefully at some point you will see some sort of change physically. And I will be changing the structure of the videos as I go along. Don't worry about that. This is just at the start. I'm just trying to get over all the nerves and trying to get a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera. So until I see you next time, just be good, and that's about it. Thank you very much for watching again. Goodbye.